Imagine that you go on your favorite news website and find that they've replaced all links with moving squiggly line links. You'd probably be pretty surprised and likely confused. You might even write a formal complaint, but you'd also say, how did they do that? So today we're going to look at how to implement exactly that in Webflow. So buckle in, folks, and let's jump in. First, we're going to create some squiggly lines. Now, if this was a perfect world, I would point you directly to a squiggly line generator, but Cars 2 has a 40% critic score on Rotten Tomatoes, which means this isn't a perfect world. So instead, we're going to edit a couple of SVGs that I prepared earlier. If you want to grab these SVGs, then find the link in the description below. So we have two SVGs. One is static, and one is moving. And our static one is going to be used for the rest state, and the moving one is going to be used for the hover state. And if you've never seen a moving SVG, now you have. And the way that it works is because SVGs are made up of code rather than pixels. So all we need to do is recolor these and then change the speed if we want to. So let's start with our static SVG. We'll drag that into Figma, bring that up a bit closer, and then change the color and width how we want. Change that to a gray, but let's just change that back to the line for now. Now let's drag over a duplicate. I'll hit Alt on my keyboard and drag over another line. And now we're going to recolor our moving line to any color that we want to use for the moving state. We can make that a blue of some sort. Let's make it this blue. So let's re-export our static SVG. We're going to go export, change that to an SVG, and we'll just hit save. And with that done, let's do the animated SVG. Now we're not going to move it into Figma as that's going to kill the animation. So instead, let's open up our moving SVG using a code editor. If you don't have a code editor, then you might want to use a free one like Atom. But here we can see the SVG's DNA. We can see the speed that it's going, the color that it has, and the width that it is. So let's go back to Figma and pick our blue color. We'll click on our line, just copy this color, go back into our code editor, and then replace the stroke. And with that done, we can save our SVG and preview it. Perfect. So now with both our SVGs done, we'll bring them into Webflow. So I'm just selecting these and dragging that into Webflow. And now what we're going to do is select some text for a link. So let's use this text, award-winning, and we'll make that a link. We'll just call this link Squiggly Link. So to add our squiggle in, we'll go down to background image. We're going to add a new background image, and then we'll just select our static squiggle. And that looks terrible. So all we need to do is select the tile to be horizontal and the position to be at the bottom. Then let's just adjust the size so we can see it a little bit better. Let's make that 50 pixels. And now our static squiggle is done. So let's change our state to hover. And this is where we'll add the animated squiggle. Let's change that background image to our animated squiggle. And let's also change the text color to be the same color. Slightly lighter, about there. Let's finally test it and see how it looks. And there we go. Finally, you can show website users more squiggles more of the time. So thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments what you want to see a future video on, and I'll see you on the next one.